Hey everybody, I'm Cassie. I'm 50 years old and I've been obese most of my life. I've been eating a carnivore diet consistently for the last 16 months. The first 6 months on carnivore, I lost 70 pounds. But then over the course of the next year, I managed to only lose an additional 6 pounds. And that's okay, because for the first time in my life, I've managed to maintain this loss. Today, I put some realistic tips together for you to help you stay on track on the carnivore diet. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Element. It's important to replenish your electrolytes on any low-carb diet. And if you're like me, trying to lose over 100 pounds, as the weight comes off and you become more active, it's even more important to stay hydrated. Element is a delicious electrolyte drink mix that has everything you need and nothing you don't. No sugar, no coloring, no gluten, basically no BS. Each packet contains 1,000 milligrams sodium, 200 milligrams potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. A lot of you already know I love the lemon habanero and the mango chili, but Element's new seasonal flavor, grapefruit salt, is now on my favorites list. Being that it's a seasonal flavor, supplies are limited, so if you want to try it, don't delay. As always, Element is offering our viewers a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 free single serving packets with any Element order. This is a great way to try all 8 flavors to see which ones you like before your next order. You can get yours today using our link below at drinkelement.com/carnivore quest. This is a great way to get the quality electrolytes you need and support our channel at the same time. So head on down to drinkelement.com/carnivore quest to get yours today. If you're not 100% satisfied, keep the product and receive a full refund. Thanks again, Element, for sponsoring today's video. You know, I've been addicted to food most of my life. My senior year of high school is where I really started to gain weight. I got up to 195 pounds, and from there, I just continued to gain weight. A couple of pregnancies later, a little more weight gain. We had some amazing stress in our lives, and that affected things too because I turned to food for comfort. I usually hovered around the 250-pound mark for about a decade, and then my mid-40s rolled in, and that weight went up a little bit, and then sickness happens. In 2015, Larry and I first dipped our toes into the low-carb world. We had started the Atkins diet. I believe that was March of 2015. Well, by the end of June, we were doing great, losing weight, feeling good for the first time in our lives. And then my appendix ruptured and I was in the hospital for 6 days. That was a long road to recovery. It was 3 months before I could return back to work. So while I'm recovering, I ate all of the comfort foods. I had absolutely nothing low carb whatsoever. And if it was covered with a sauce or sugar or something else. We moved to South Carolina in March. September 7th, I'm having surgery for colon cancer just a little over a year after my appendix had ruptured. It was found that I had stage 3B T1 sigmoid colon cancer. They removed the tumor. It had only metastasized to one lymph node, and they were feeling very good about that. My tubes and my ovaries were no longer functioning, so they had to remove those, which also put me in instant menopause. Yay! After my PET scan came back free and clear, that there was absolutely no more cancer in my body, they still prescribed 6 months of chemotherapy, which I refused. It just did not make sense to me. My odds were 70-30 with chemotherapy of it returning or 50-50 without. You know, their recommended treatments never felt right to me. So I started doing my research. I looked up things like Garrison therapy. If you're not familiar with that, that's a completely holistic, coffee enemas and all, treatment. It's a whole facility, but it was way out of our budget. And there's no way that was going to work. And then I stumbled upon somebody else who had the same type of cancer as I. He had the surgery. He did not go through chemotherapy. And at the time, he was cancer-free for 3 years. He was juicing carrots. So I did that. I juiced carrots. I was vegan, whole food. But with that, there was a lot of sugar. But that wasn't the worst part of it. The worst part is that I slowly fell back into my old eating habits. You know, that sugar is very powerful. And that's why I'm okay with my progress. Yeah, I probably could have lost all the weight by now, or I could have gained another 100 pounds. I really don't know. What I do know is I've lost 76 pounds. I'm in Wonderland again. I'm doing pretty fantastic. And I'll tell you, I've learned an awful lot along the way. We've fallen so many times. You can't help but learn from your mistakes. If you are anything like me and that addiction is so controlling, you can do this. And I'm going to show you how I was able to lose 76 pounds, keep it off, and I'm moving forward. One of the things that I would say is the most important thing that I've learned is accountability. The power of accountability. Now, that food addiction is powerful. Accountability is much more powerful. When you have to answer for your actions, it's going to make you think twice. Last August, I visited back home for my high school reunion and I had a little bit of a slip. It lasted a few days, but accountability was so important for me during that time. As soon as it happened, I got on the horn, I called Larry, I got on our Facebook group, and there was so much uplifting and encouraging comments. It's like, okay, yeah, I can do this, I got this. And the whole spectrum of accountability is not just you tattling on yourself, but you receiving feedback as well. And that comes in form of motivation, inspiration, encouragement, and just overall love and understanding, because we've been there, we've done it, and we know. So find yourself some accountability. After you've been on carnivore for a while and you're having a great run at it and you're feeling good and the meat's amazing, I encourage you to challenge yourself. Do the BBBE challenge anywhere from 30 to 90 days, and that is going to significantly reduce your cravings. It's an amazing challenge. Larry and I did it the first time last year, and that was the game changer. I honestly believe if not for BBBE and going through the wall of doom, because that was not pleasant and we got by it, I probably wouldn't have been able to maintain the loss that I have. So I attribute all of my success to BBBE. And now here I am a year later and I'm attempting Lion and I'm having some decent success with it. I'm feeling great. I feel really good. I'm just so happy. You know, I'm in Wonderland again. That's like the third time I've mentioned it. Focus is really important. You know, if you have a slip, you're going to notice immediately how bad you feel from it. And when you start eating good, you're going to notice how good you feel. Within a few days of eating carnivore, you're going to feel so much better. So focus. Stay with me here. Focus. Be patient. Success does not happen overnight. You are not starting at the same point as somebody else was. You do not have the same metabolic health or lack thereof as somebody else does. Don't compare yourself to somebody else. We all have our different issues that we're dealing with, and it impacts our success in different ways. Some people don't even have any weight problems or health issues. They just want to feel better. I hope this helped encourage somebody just a little bit, even if it was only one or two things. You know, take what you need and leave the rest. You have to do what works for you. You're going to find out what that is playing around on carnivore. You're going to try different meats, different challenges, eliminate things. I mean, it is the ultimate elimination diet. And how it worked for me was I started SAD and then ketovore and then worked my way down to Lion, where really it's meant to be you remove all the foods at once and then slowly reintroduce foods. But I like to take the scenic route and do things my own way, but it's working for me. So I took what I needed from Dr. Berry, from Laura Spath, from Dr. Boz, and all the other experts out there. I took what I needed and I left the rest because the rest didn't apply to me. But what does apply to me, I absolutely take to heart, and I am forever grateful for those people. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes, my family. I am so thankful for you in more ways than you know. I hope I can return the favor because y'all have done so much for me, and I just thank you so much. Until our next video, no sugar, no carbs, no cheating. Love y'all.